What you know about love?
Love is love and love is real. It's not about money or feel.
Huh?
Like obligated to something that you don't want.
Did you hear what she said?
It's time for us to keep it real.
Real.
You and I both know the deal.
Yeah.
Think it's time for us to love one another.
Now love is love. Love is real.
Welcome back to another episode of The Burn. Just lounging around the house, so excuse my attire, right? A little lounge day. But before I get into topic, I want to make my disclaimer like I always do. This is the channel that you're tuned in where you're not going to hear what you want to hear, but you're going to hear what you need to hear, okay? And normally I say, I'd like to write these things down and read it from a script, but I don't feel it comes from the heart that way. So I freestyle so you can feel how I feel. Excuse me for any mistakes. Excuse me for any misspelled or missaid words, but only human. So getting right into the topic. This is all about my Black Man Makeover 2019. Very uncomfortable for me, but I feel I need to be uncomfortable to find some comfort. Being a black man. Join me. So jumping into the topic, I want to address confidence in us black men, okay? I want to express and talk about and discuss validation for us black men and in us black men. Now, I know we have a tendency, just like every other ethnicity, but we're focusing on us. And we have a tendency to be impressionable. Impressionable by people and things that we may not have. I get that. It's a natural feeling. But we're here to be uncomfortable, remember that, and we're here to do the work. So in doing that work, we have to remember that our validation shouldn't have to come from things we don't have or from people that have more than us. We have to learn how to validate ourselves. And let me just break down validation a little more for you in case you're a little slow on it. When I say validate, I'm talking about the love for oneself, okay? The acceptance of oneself. Now, when we see, hypothetically, if we see that guy in the streets who's driving the big car, every other month he's a new car, who's wearing all the fresh clothes, who's never wore a pair of sneakers twice, tennis shoes for you on the West Coast. You know, that guy with all the jewelry, if we strive to be him, and if we strive to be like him, then what are we doing about the true us? Who are we really talking to, or who are we really lying to? And you got to know that trying to be like him isn't always what it's cracked up to be, because I'll tell you what, he's got problems too. He's got issues too. He may not show it, but he may not be in a better place than you. So let's not look at him as validating us. Now, a lot of us fall short sometimes. We fall short in education. We fall short in communication. Sometimes we fall short in fornication. I.e., all the baby mothers, all the single mothers, all the children running around without fathers. Our mental currency isn't where it needs to be. So now, in order to validate ourselves and to feel proud of ourselves, we have to do the work, black man. You have to take it upon yourself to become that fella who's admired, for people to look at you and want to admire and become you and be curious about how you got to where you are. Because once you're validated within, there's an energy that comes off of you, there's a glow that comes off to you that's so recognized by everybody. It's a confidence. It's knowing that you are the shit. It's knowing that you can talk to a peasant or you can talk to a president. There's no one out of the realm of who you can associate with. That's validation. That's confidence. So if you're thinking about that, hey man, you know, I just don't have luck with women. I can't find that right girl. I don't know what to say. I can't go apply for this job because I'm not smart enough. Those days have to come to an end, because we have everything it takes right there. We have it. All we have to do is believe it. So do not look to the pimp, or don't look to the hustler, not knocking those occupations, because I don't knock how people get money. But there's no need for you to look to that to validate you. You can admire it from a distance. Make your own adjustments that fit you. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you think you can be that pimp, or if you think you could be that hustler, that's all in your mind. You may not be built for it. Those are not easy jobs. Those jobs take major confidence. Major. The only problem with those jobs is that there's major consequence. So, like I always say, your choices is your freedom. That's your freedom, man. Your choices. And that's your currency. Freedom and currency, nothing like that. And I'm not even talking about money. Let it burn. Okay? So now, moving forward, black man, whenever you think that you need to follow, why don't you try and lead? Yeah. Whatever happened to the leaders? Because in order for us, our women to accept us and respect us, they look for us to lead. In order for our children to accept us, respect us, and love us, they look for us to lead, not follow. I wish I would follow another man. I wish I would allow my children to follow somebody. No. Not in the game of life. Yeah, on that keyboard and the social media, I got nothing to do with that, but not in the game of life. No. We leaders over here. Sorry. That's just all we know how to do. We don't know how to follow. Okay? So if you think that you need to be a part of that crew because it validates you, or if you think you need to sit up under that woman that doesn't respect you because she validates you, you got it all twisted, young man. Let's get it right. Let's get that currency going. Let's start getting that working, because there's a whole lot in there that can be absorbed. A lot. And now you're building your confidence. Every time you conquer something that had hindered you the day before and you conquer it, that's building confidence. That's building your validation for you. Now I see a lot of young boys out here, they can't even put a sentence together. Everything is just like, yo, whatever. And you ain't said shit. I'm sitting here listening to you, trying to figure out what are you talking about, trying to get a grasp of where you're coming from, and you ain't said shit. But every other word you asking me, do I know what you mean? No, I don't know what you mean, man. Tell me what you mean. You know what I mean? Like, you know, yo, you know what she said to me? Listen, you know what I mean? I'm like, what? Bro, you got me lost. You got me lost for real. Now you're wasting my time. So come back to me when you can actually put a sentence together, make sense of it, and let me respond. Now we're conversating. Now we're conversating because I caught your message. Now I'm going to throw you a message back. And I'll catch your message again. Boom, and I'll throw you a message back. Now we have a rapport. Yeah, now we are making progress. But if I'm going to sit up there and just be like listening to you whatever, you feel me? No, nigga, I don't feel you. I can't feel you. You won't allow me to feel you, bruh. So let's get that right in this Black Man Makeover. It's the basics. It's the foundation, because if your foundation is strong enough, guess what? The branches that you build and the leaves that you put on your tree cannot be blown down because your foundation is strong. So a tsunami, a thunderstorm, a hurricane, a snowstorm, it will stand the test of time. Your tree of foundation, because it's a strong foundation. Nothing can knock it down. You're unbreakable. You're strong. You're validated. You're confident. And let me tell you something. Once a validated, confident man walks out in them streets, ooh, man, you talk about being noticed. Yeah, try that. If you're really looking to be noticed, validate yourself and walk in them streets. You don't have to say a word. Man, people will approach you that you've never felt would approach you before. You'll be sitting up in restaurants and in department stores and on golf courses and country clubs like a magnet, just attracting people because they're curious. They want to know, why do you look so confident? Why do you speak so well? Now see, you're a black man. They don't expect this from you. So let's flip the game on them. Let's flip the game on them. Come on, man, this is too easy. But it takes work. Wear your shoes one size too small for a minute, man. Let it hurt. Let it burn. Because in the long run, it'll all pay off. I promise. I promise you that. So in wrapping this video up, I don't want you fellas to feel as if you need to be validated by anybody else but yourself. And once you become validated, and once you become confident, help another up. Remember, give a hand up. Find that brother who's hurting. Find that brother who's lost. Find that brother who can't see past the damn front steps. Find that man. See, a lot of us can't see past the neighborhood. A lot of us ain't been nowhere. So we're scared. We're afraid. We're comfortable in our surroundings. Come on, man. This globe is too big to be standing still. It's too big. So don't tell me about what you would do if you had $1 million or what you would do if you were rich. That's just talk, bruh. Guess what you could do with nothing? You could become everything. Everything. Let it burn. And I love you niggas, for real.